everybody. It is Monday night and we are back on the curve. Yes.
I'm so excited.
Me too.
I'm so excited.
we
just have so much to talk about.
have so much to talk about with you guys. It is, of course, your girl Shannon Deneen here with my amazing, lovely co-host Melissa. How you doing, friend?
First of all, friend is not giving herself enough credit. Let's say the retired
queen.
The
retired queen.
Queen mother has retired.
Retired, honey. I retired.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
She had the most amazing pictures. If you follow her, like them, they were beautiful. When I say snatched,
listen, shout out to the artist company. Like, I don't want to give them no money, but that body magic is all the things.
Let me tell you something.
Listen, it stashed me in all the right places. All the curves were smooth and not jiggling. They were smooth.
Hourglass, just beautiful. And you know I love a good sequence glitter.
Oh, gosh.
Anything.
Yes, honey. And you know my favorite color is glitter. So it was an amazing, magical week. I want to give a huge shout out to my homeboy Antoine Wright, who was my makeup artist all week. That face was beat into submission.
So you were there for a week?
I was there from almost a week, from Tuesday until yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, I came back home yesterday in the wonderful Georgetown, South Carolina. We had a wonderful time at the Litchfield Resort. Thank you to everybody who made that week just really special. But I definitely want to shout out all the people who helped me along during this past week. It was everything. And
did you cry?
I did lots of times. Like, I cried when I was talking to the incoming delegation, all the queens who were coming in. We had a sisterhood moment. So I always tell people, not every pageant, but Miss Plus America is a lot like a women's conference with a pageant at the end. Because there are workshops to there are like sisterhood workshops that we do. And this year I led the workshop and I was really excited about the sister circle that we did. We talked about goal setting, which is one of my favorite things to talk about and do workshops about.
Now I saw they had like Mrs., Ms. There were different titles, so all those different people.
Yes. So what happens is there are 3 different categories. The Miss, which is 18 to 25.
Okay.
Then there's the Ms. category, which is 26 to above, but not married. Like
widow. So I could apply.
Exactly.
Okay.
Widow, divorce,
because I saw
single.
MISS and then MRS. I was like, but what about MS?
MS is in there. That's Ms. Plus America. That you can be widow, divorced, single.
Yes.
And that is from 26 plus.
Okay.
And then there is the Mrs. division, which is the same thing, but married women.
Go look at the picture. You'll see what we're talking about.
Yes. And then from those 3 categories, there is a high point winner. That is the elite queen. That's
what you were.
That's what I was,
Queen
friend.
mother.
Yes, darling. So, yes, darling. So there's an elite winner. This year's elite winner came from the Miss category, Khalees Harriet. Shout out to you.
Where's she from?
She is from Georgetown, South Carolina. She was actually the hometown girl. Yeah, she slayed, honey.
Wow.
She was all the things with her good, dark, chocolatey, good skin. And listen, the baby has flawless skin.
She has to go and look.
Yeah, she's amazing. She wore this gorgeous yellow dress.
I was going to say the girl with the yellow dress.
The girl with the yellow dress.
Okay.
She was the winner. She was amazing. Aisha Farmer was the Ms. Shout out to Aisha. Yes, I'm gonna tell your business. Aisha started a school. She started out, honey. She started a school.
Girl.
She is an educator. She started with like 3 or 4 children. She's up to 70. Yes, they have grown.
That's amazing. Thank you.
It is. It is predominantly exactly at this point in time. It's predominantly African American children, but it is a school of excellence, which is exciting. And my girl from South Carolina is the Mrs. winner, Brittany Sumter, and my girl from Mississippi, Shannon Treat, who is she's from Mississippi, and she was the Miss winner. So. Shout out to all the new royalty and the new queens. Everybody looked lovely. The dresses were all the things. I'm going to go snatch stuff out of people's closets.
I saw them. They were amazing. Everyone looked nice. And there was one, I said, did she qualify under plus?
Right,
I'm trying to get your size, the one with the red dress on.
Oh, Angie.
You look good. You look great. I need to be about your size.
Yeah. Well, girl, these hips, people don't know, but it don't take much. A size, I think it's a size 4.
Or is it 12W?
Yeah,
because they sell 12W in Lane Bryant.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah. So, shout out to everybody who competed. Everybody did an amazing job. It was beautiful to see. The sisterhood was amazing. And I'm just thankful to be a part of the system.
That's wonderful. I'm proud to say, because I told you when you won, I thought I won. I couldn't share the picture enough. I woke up the next morning like, okay, y'all didn't see it last night. Let me share it again.
Here we
go I
again.
Believe in cheering your friends on.
Absolutely.
I was so proud of you.
Thank you, friend.
And where can they find you?
Well, they can still find me in all the places on all the social medias at Shannon Deneen. The fun is not stopping. Like I'm no longer Miss Plus America Elite this year, but I'm definitely still a part of pageantry.
So what is your title?
Yeah, So I'm still Miss Plus America 2000 Elite 2018. So that 2018. Never goes away. I will be that for the until the end of time. But I am also the Georgia State Director for the Miss Pure Sparkle Georgia pageant, which is for young women ages 0 to 18. No, that happened a long time ago.
Okay, because I was going to tell her, don't add another thing to your plate.
Yeah, Melissa has banned me. Like something came in on my phone as we were getting ready to come, and I was like, oh, and she was like, you can't do it.
No.
That's who can't do it. I was like,
no.
Hashtag no. So I am no longer able to accept things onto my plate, and I have told people that, like, I've been, some offers have come in for some things that I've had to say, no, I'm going to take this year, work.
You're on a sabbatical.
Yeah, well, not exactly. I'm gonna work on the show. I'm gonna work on the pageant, and that's gonna be it.
Okay, I'm watching you.
And here's the thing. Here's the other thing. So, many of the elite queens, the past elite queens, have come back. Came back to, help out and to see the show and all of that stuff. And so what I've noticed, Yvonne and Cece, is that what happens is the elite queens take this next year and lose like 40 or 50 pounds because all of them were no longer Plus America queens. Like they were out here in these streets.
Well, I'll hold you accountable. Yeah. I'm out here. I told my friend I need to lose a good 7.
Come on, friend. So clearly, by the time next year rolls around, I got to go back. I can't break the tradition of the elite queens.
Okay.
The
mountain is calling us.
The mountain is calling us, child. We got to get to the top.
Okay, so come on, because we got some hot stuff we need to talk about.
Woo! So many things to talk about.
You all.
All right, guys. It is time now for everybody's favorite segment of the show, Word on the Street. You want to start out? You can.
Because if you can see my DMs with me and some of my friends, I hope nobody ever hacks into this, because what in the hockey sticks is really going on?
So I just want y'all to know. I just want y'all to know that on the Run of Show sheet tonight, I have titled this particular segment, "What in the Malik Yoba?" Because what is happening? So for those of you all who don't know, Malik Yoba
is confused.
Let's start.
It has me confused.
We got to tell the people what happened. So Malik Yoba was initially accused of having some inappropriate contact and relationships with children who are with young people who were transitioning. Is that accurate?
Right, and yes.
His wife
gave some historical knowledge.
Yes,
the ex-wife gave historical knowledge and said, this has been a problem throughout our relationship.
So when I say transitioning, what I mean is these are transgendered people who are transitioning from male to female.
The
Okay.
trans he said
Mm-hmm.
he is trans attracted. He likes women.
Yes, that's what he
That's
said. He
what
said
he
he is a
said.
heterosexual male
Who likes women.
who likes women, but he prefers women who started out male and are transitioning to female. That's what the man said he liked on the Breakfast Club. Now that's what the man said he liked. He said he liked the men who would
I'm just
transition
gonna wait for you
to
to
the
finish.
women.
I'm
And that is what he said that he likes. And not only that, he wished that other heterosexual men
would come out.
and say and advocate and be allies to the M to F
So let me tell you.
transgendered folks.
Here's the thing.
What's the thing, friend?
You know I'm all about advocacy, right? You all know I advocate
Facts.
for a lot of different things, right?
Absolutely.
So I understand from my mindset. You can Google me. I am a domestic violence advocate.
Mm-hmm.
So I understand going from victim to survivor to advocate, right? So somewhere down the line, it hit home somewhere, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he stated that he had this long post about his trans attraction. Meanwhile, Sway, you've never talked to your family or your kids about this.
That's
You
what you
just
didn't do.
decided to write. And there was a young man in New York where there was a social media video. I guess he and his trans girlfriend. He and his girlfriend took a picture. It was posted. People in the community saw it. They were harassing him about it, and the girlfriend broke up with him. When the girlfriend broke up with him, he overdosed. My heart goes out to his family. He overdosed on drugs, and he ended up passing away. Malik Yoba's story is that he was so moved by this boy passing away that he decided and again on the Breakfast Club, it's not coming out. But he decided to tell his truth, right?
Sure.
His truth, and that he's attracted to women. Women meaning what you see with your eyes. When you see them, they look like women.
Mm-hmm.
That's what he's attracted to. Now, it got really blurry and gray.
Where to get great for you, friend?
Because he said, I'm not gay. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So the advocates that were on the Breakfast Club were like, well, it's not about genitalia, and they were going into pansexual and some of the stuff I was Googling because I didn't understand.
I was so with Charlamagne the God. I was like, I don't know what.
Like he and Envy, and to me, they invited them up there because they were like, okay, we want them to be allies. Like we really don't understand.
Absolutely.
So they had an advocate up there, and they were kind of checking him on everything he was saying. So meanwhile, I was still confused because you said you like women. However, there were some blurry lines. Well, they talked about it on Big Tigger. And they had Miss Sophia on.
I saw that.
And Miss Sophia said that she didn't like the video as a trans woman because they tried to group all trans people together, and they're not. She said just like all black people aren't the same. Mm-hmm. She said her thing is she respects his truth,
right? But
from her perspective, it sounds like he's gay. She said because it is important. There is post-trans and pre-trans.
Yep.
So are those people who have not had the surgery, like their genitalia haven't been reconstructed. Post is for those who have had reconstruction. And she said you would be surprised in the black community how many people want to be seen with a woman, right? Mm-hmm. However, they don't want the trans woman to get the reconstructive surgery. And she said,
you feel like that's what's going on with your brother?
Yes. So allegedly, you can go back and watch it. It was on, Big Tigger had them on, and you'll see
and
her.
They were on the Breakfast Club like Tuesday.
He likes those who are pre-opt.
Okay.
So she said from her perspective, respecting his truth, even though he said he is not gay, because from his perspective, for him to be gay, he would have to be with a man. Like a man walking. She said a man, a lot of people feel that way. Like a man walking out that looks like a man. However, there are men who are attracted to trans women because societal norms have said you have to be with the woman. So they get one that looks like a woman, and then go home and it's not all the way, like they have the breast, but the genitalia hasn't been reconstructed. And me, just being the person that I was, I said,
What you say, friend?
I kind of felt like he was with Carmen, the trans woman there.
Oh yeah,
Because oftentimes he said, Carmen told me, Carmen, and where I'm from, in my circle group of friends, just amongst women, we call that mention-itis. Like, when he gets to talking about her too much. So what's going on with you and
what's up with you? What's up with you and Carmen?
And you see how many times he mentioned Carmen?
Yeah, facts.
Did Carmen say anything?
Not 2 words.
It was as if they rode in a car there and discussed what they were going to talk about, even though there was a person sitting in between them.
There was.
Carmen never corrected him.
Ever.
But he always referenced Carmen.
And Carmen never said, yeah, I said it either.
No.
Not
one time.
Carmen
didn't say anything.
Carmen was sitting there like,
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh.
Listen.
Ooh. Lindsay, thank you for watching. Lindsay said, he's gay. And that's what Lindsay said. I'm inclined to agree with Lindsay. Like, I understand and respect his truth because that is where he is in his journey. And we all have a journey that we're on where we are trying to find ourselves, right? We're trying to define ourselves. But words do mean things. And at the end of the day, and here's the thing. I know there are a lot of people who feel like sex is fluid and sexuality is fluid and all of these things, and that that there's no reason to group and to put titles on things. But I feel like there is a reason to put titles on things. Like, as people, like, I just need to know where you're coming from and what you're dealing with.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know, but I need to know because
that's the truth that he doesn't want to reveal.
He doesn't want to reveal.
Because I'm like Miss Sophia, pre or post, which one you want?
Here's the thing, and I don't care which. That's the other thing.
I do.
No. My thing is, I don't care. Whatever that is for you, name it and claim it. Like, if it's pre or post, one way or the other. I need you to be clear, because here's the thing: when there's not clarity, that means there are gray areas, and when there are gray areas, that means that's when we start running into problems.
So here's the problem with this whole thing. My problem with this whole thing is you had 3 whole kids. Let's talk about the patriarchy that was displayed here.
Ooh.
First of all, you disrespected the mother of your child. When the mother of your children, let me say that, when they asked about, they referenced her Instagram post, he was like, who? That's that locker room talk that you go back, because again, was it true or wasn't it true? Did you not share this with your children? He was like, well, my children, they understand, they talk, but did you tell them prior to?
No, your children do not understand. That's A.
Then, so when all of this was going down, like, were you with these trans women in between making these children? Because we can talk about the HIV and AIDS rate amongst black women, and is this a factor? Like, it's good for me to know that you like women, but I would like for you to tell me I like trans women. Okay, because now I can exclude you because that's a factor for me.
Again, living your truth.
Yeah.
Living your truth.
So then we had this other issue with patriarchy that we were discussing, even with the trans women, because the trans women were like, hey, I don't understand why we even have to discuss that. If I'm a woman, I'm no different from you.
But
right, so what do we have going on at the Capitol right now with these issues with women's rights? Right, so we have people that are making decisions and so they start talking about binary and non-binary and who born. But again, the patriarchy came up
Yeah.
at the table.
Yeah.
And so I think that's something, and I respect it, love, my thing is, let's just be honest all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
All the way around.
All the way around. And let's be fully honest. Here's my thing. Whatever your truth is, live it. But make sure that when you're living your truth, you let the other person, give the other person who you're with the information so that they too can live their truth.
Absolutely. And that's the truth. Because again,
yes.
It sounds like his ex-wife, the issue came up and they worked through whatever that was. I am not against open relationships because I feel like your relationship. Me personally, I'm not an advocate for myself in my own relationship. I'm not open to that, but I know people who are.
I have a friend. I have some friend who has been married for a number of years. They have an open relationship.
Yes.
It works. He knows what she does. She knows what he does, and together they have this wonderful family. They work together in some instances. It works for them.
Some people.
So I can't be mad because they're happy. Their marriage has lasted over 20 years. Like they have sustained marriage for years. So if it works for you, do that. Now listen, I'm not a sharer, okay?
No.
I don't like to share nothing.
Including my food, and that's with my kid. No,
I don't.
Your own.
Yeah, it's plenty of this food over here, and there's plenty of these.
You don't have to eat out of my plate.
You don't have to eat out my plate. I don't want you to eat out my plate.
That's one of my biggest. And then I have an issue with being number two. I don't want to be number two.
Yeah, I struggle because you can't always be number one. Here's the thing: whenever you're in a relationship, either like in an open relationship, you can't always be number one.
Nope.
You can't be.
Nope.
Sometimes the other girl got to be number one, and you got to be willing.
And that's where it
to
gets
be all right with that.
That's where it gets
now that
real
might
sticky.
be okay if you somebody else is number one. Like if we're in an open relationship and it's not just you cheating.
I want to be the only one. And if
fair.
I can't be that's my choice though. That's just me.
Yeah, exactly.
If I can't be the only one, I will take my ball and go play on another playground.
I get it. Hey, here's the thing. I'm not gonna
and there's no judgment against anybody else.
Here's the thing. When I was, and here's a moment of transparency. When back in the day, when me and my husband were going through issues, I thought about it. I was like, hey, listen, sir, you do you, I'ma do me, and cause I'ma do me. I'm not gonna tell you I didn't think about it because
I need something in this cup right now, and I ain't talking about no coffee.
You do you.
But friend,
I'm not gonna tell you.
Here's the thing.
I didn't think about it.
Something else that I didn't like about
because I didn't want to go through the divorce process. I didn't want that.
Jesus.
That's what I'm saying. I didn't want the divorce.
What about the whole hyper masculinity and him bragging about the number of women he had been with? Oh, I've been with plenty of women. To me, as a clinician, that is red flag for trauma.
Yeah,
it's red flag for other things that are, because you're still in denial. Like,
you know what that sounded like to me? Last week after the show, we were talking about another topic that we're going to talk about really soon, MGTOW. And he sounded to me just like the dudes from MGTOW. Yes, you do.
I might not be here that night. I'm just letting you all know.
Oh no, you are definitely gonna be here. We got to talk about, because it sounds like just her. Yeah, our producer is like, listen, we got to talk about it all together. But
even with this whole cisgender,
that's what he sounds like to me.
Saying cis, no, I'm a woman. I am a woman. Like, I don't need you to define. I have enough people. As a black woman living in the United States of America, I have enough people putting labels on me. I don't need you to tell me that I'm a cisgender woman. Like, I'm not really here for that, friend.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
So I just thought that even with the trans women that they had on the show, there was a lot of patriarchy going on. Like, it was, and even over talking the woman, the trans woman that was there. So
this is the funniest comment. Okay, well, Vera Morrison says that's the only thing that matters. Why do people think we care about their sexual preference? Why do people think we care what their sexual preferences are? Because it's talked about. Keep it to yourself and live your best life in your truth. I still need him to keep his lips moist though. Yes,
I love you, Vera.
yes, Vera.
I love
Keep
you,
the lips
Vera.
moist though. Into ways.
And then did you see where he got upset? So, you know,
Oh,
he's
yeah.
a member of Phi Beta Sigma.
And then
And
he was mad.
And he was over the
was
Sigma
big mad.
Beta Club.
Mm-hmm.
I meant to ask your husband
He
about
was
that.
big.
And so they demoted him. I wish we could have him call in. Please text him. So they took that position away from him. Sir, you have accusations of messing with teenage
Of messing with
boys.
children.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
We can't have you over our teen auxiliary program.
You messing with the babies, they
And
said.
he had an attitude.
Yeah,
Well,
he
I'm probably
did.
not going to be a member anymore. Well, you know what?
And it doesn't have anything. That doesn't have anything to do
No.
with you liking pre-op trans women. That has to do with the fact that you're messing with babies.
Yes.
You can't mess with the
No.
babies. I keep telling people, I don't understand. That is a concept I just don't understand. I do not understand the messing with children part. I
It's
didn't
a
understand it
lot.
for R. Kelly. I don't understand it for you, Malik Yoba. I don't
Well,
understand
that's a whole
it for
nother
nobody.
show. Pedophilia is
Ooh,
something
child, it's too
different
much.
than
It's
that.
too much.
So
too
come
much.
on, because we threw with Malik.
Okay.
You got anything else
Today.
to say about it?
Mm-mm.
Because I need to go on to this. Because
this other teen, this other teen
Please.
child. So those of you who know me know that I really do love the Real Housewives of Potomac and the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't watch a lot of TV, but I do watch good, solid reality television.
I'm mad I missed the reunion.
But
But I told somebody this was going to happen.
Yeah,
I told
think
them
it
this
was me.
Yeah,
Who was
I
talking to?
told everybody this.
So for those of you who don't know, your girl Gizelle Bryant, who is a member of the Real Housewives of Potomac,
Soon to be Atlanta.
Stop it. She was on.
Baby, they gonna give her a peach.
They did the first part of the reunion, and Andy Cohen specifically asked her because he asked her if she had somebody special in her life, and she got all flustered and couldn't really answer the question. Talking about some, I'm coming, yeah, yep. And then
Let me tell you something.
And then And then Andy Cohen asked her specifically, "Hey, can I ask you about this?" And she said, "Yeah." And he said, "Is it your ex-husband that you're out here committed to and in a relationship with?" And she was very candid. She was like, "Yes, it is." And then they talked about it. So apparently, Gizelle Bryant has been out in these Atlanta streets, and her and Jamal Bryant are dating and rekindling their reunion. So the question for you all and for the table is: do you believe in the double dip? Because this is what this is.
So let me explain to you. I am here back in Atlanta because of the double dip, right? That did not work. I don't mind. I believe in love. First of all, I could predict that this was going to happen because she was too angry. Like, she was too angry at him and what he did, and so it was more hurt. But I said, once these flames go down, he gonna sneak back in because they
got him a new church. He got a first lady.
He had to set it up. He had to get a new environment because their children were too young, and she was kind of struggling a little bit. And so he was playing it up, dating the kids, doing all that. I told my friend, I said they're gonna get back together. And she was doing everything with Sherman and all of this.
She was in love with Sherman.
Comparing every time she went on a date. She compared them to when I was married. Because when I was married, I was like, oh, yeah. She told him stuff.
He's very charismatic, though. And he's Jamal Bryant. And from what I have heard about him, he's so much fun. He got the thunder girl. And he's a lot of fun. Let me
tell you something. Super nice. And to me, they balance each other out. He has the whole Kappa thing. She's an AKA. They both went to HBCUs. There's a lot of history there.
There is. They got these kids that they still trying to raise together. That keeps them connected.
It keeps, when I won't even date a recently divorced guy. Like, he has to be divorced at least 1 year. Like, I got to know. So if we go on a date and you're talking about your ex-wife, or if she comes up, then I'm not going back out with you. Because there's something that's still there. So I came back. I'm going to tell you about the double dip.
Oh, come on, friend.
My double dip story is that I got divorced, and then I got sick and moved back to Michigan, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I was in Michigan for about a year and a half, and my then ex-husband, you know, because once it settles, like you realize that we're still friends, you know what I mean? Like something was there sometime, and we're talking about young love, so I'm going to say 25-ish. So we ended up talking, and he was like, hey, I said, so is it over? And, you know, we had to go, because all men want to know is, have you been with somebody else?
Oh, yeah.
And so I was like, no, like I really just been trying to get myself together, whoop-de-whoop. So I ended up moving back to Atlanta. Well, when I moved back to Atlanta, no harm, no foul. Let me tell you something. I am really happy for him. He has got married, has a beautiful child. Like, I wish them all well. You know, our circles cross, so I see them, and it's all good.
It's okay.
But
okay.
when I moved back here, what he didn't tell me is that he was going to start me all over at day one.
Oh. Day one.
Like
we got
like
all this history.
Like you right. So
we can't start at day one first. We got to stay at day.
So when he decided to day one me, like we would go on dates. I mean, we had a great time, but you know, men so sensitive, and so I guess he felt like he was getting too attached too fast, and so he tried to day one me. I'm not the type of person you can go 2-3 days without.
Explain to the people what day one me means.
Like he just met me at the mall and gave a number, and so now you're gonna take 2-3 days to call me back. Let me show you. I could show you better than I could ever tell you. And that third date, after he tried to day one me, there was no call back. I said, oh, okay. That was it. And life just moved on. And I was cool because I knew that it was more than just me. And, you know, he had some other people that he was dating. And, you know, we moved on, and I never called him. And, you know how it is. They tried to circle back, but life moved on.
The circle back happened.
He's happily married now. I'm happy for him. But to me, you have to actively pursue the person. I love the way she said he's chasing her.
Yeah.
He should. That's what I want to know, especially when you were wrong.
Right.
When you were wrong, you need to chase. Like, you need to work a little bit.
You need to work a little bit. And he coming to
my grandmother told me, you have never seen in your life a cat chase a dog. I dare you to.
Because it ain't the natural order of a thing.
That's not the natural order how things supposed to go.
That's facts.
But I'm for them.
You're for them?
I'm for them.
Okay, so I still feel, I don't know, like, here's the thing. I believe in redemption. Most times.
Redemption is for you hold grudges though.
Boy, come on, Scorpio.
Oh my gosh.
I believe that there is redemption, and I don't disagree with her.
Everyone.
I don't disagree with her. One of the things she said on the reunion was people are not their mistakes. And that is not.
But he dipped out a couple of times.
Right. So my thing is, I feel like Giselle's like my sister in my head. So
I'm so tired of you.
I'm telling you, I feel like she's my sister in my head, and I kind of want to pull her to the side and be like, sis. So I know he bringing the thunder.
Yeah, because that's what he done laid that thunder in, and that's all that happened.
It's the thunder.
He didn't see. They have history, so he knows what she likes.
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you what he did. He tracked it. He was probably slow with it, and then one day he just brought the hurricane.
Yeah, and she didn't even know how to handle it.
No,
she was just like,
she was all in.
And it was probably after Sherman had hurt her and not showing up to that wedding.
That's what it was. He called because what I noticed is I follow her on the gram.
Yeah.
And every now and then, see, this is what these dudes, they just be so thirsty. Every now and then, he will pop up and hide a picture of her by herself without the kids. See, you done forgot. And then somebody saw it, then you could go back to the picture and it was gone. Because I follow him too on the gram.
I just want you to know that I see you.
Yeah,
that's all that was.
That's what it was. That was that small. He baby stepped.
Yep, yeah, he did.
And I knew they were going to get back together. And let me tell you, he posted a lot of pictures. But one day he was preaching, and he was like, "I'm not fooling with y'all here in Atlanta. I don't need nobody coming to my office. Let me tell you, I seen the rate of STDs. I am good. I have to go with what I know." I said,
I heard you, Jamal.
Back together? Oh, okay.
But I do, I don't know, miss. I want to pull my sister to the side.
Stay out of it.
Just saying, I want to pull my sister to the side because I believe in love. But I believe in redemption. But I'm just kind of like, how It's a whole bunch of
She
times.
knows him.
I just want her to go real slow.
Listen, but then
I want slow all the way down, and I want them to get like.
He done slimmed down. He done been over there at Effect Fitness. He's trying now. He's over there with the one of the Harvey girls that got married. That one, that Ben Raymond. Him and because I follow Effect Fitness, and he's all on there working out with Ben. He got him a nice little circle.
Gigi, slow down.
Let me tell you something else.
Gigi,
shout out to you, Jamal Bryant, for bringing Kanye to New Birth.
Oh, okay. So listen, did y'all see Sunday service? Because I'm not like y'all know how I feel about Kanye and Sunday service in church.
Everybody's redeemed.
Everybody's redeemable until you mess with the Kardashians. Like until then, because once Kris Jenner gets a clause in you, it's really tough.
Kris Jenner
it's really
Jenner
tough.
is not stronger than Jesus.
No, she's not. But I
felt like he was authentic and genuine.
But she is working directly with the devil. Kris Jenner is she is an agent of Satan. She is like
friend.
She is, and she just closer. I feel like it's.
But
like,
I think that's why he's moving away. I think that's why he's trying to branch off.
I hope so. I hope he take Kim with him. I really do.
I was happy. Now, I'm going to tell you what I was happy to see. Because I've watched it about 3 times. I've been listening to it, playing it over. What I love was the fact that his friends came out and supported him.
Yeah, that's true.
They had Odell Beckham, T.I. and Tiny.
Yeah.
The rapper with the locks, I can't think of his name. There were a bunch of people. Rick Fox was there supporting him. There were a lot of people there supporting him, and I thought that was important because I have heard T.I. on that show say plenty of times that he wasn't going to anybody's church. But to see him there supporting his friend, I thought that was important.
That was super dope. So here's the thing.
And he sung.
Right.
He's out of key, but it was good.
But he did sing. I thought I saw it, and it's probably the first time I've watched the Sunday service all the way through. Here's the thing. What? Yeah, because I can't. So I'm telling you.
Pentecostal.
No. It ain't me and Pentecostal. It's just again. He too connected to Kris Jenner, and I know she worked for the devil. So I can't really like. I feel like Kanye was ours, and she just came and did this.
Well, that was okay, but he needed some maternal.
I feel like he was up at the mountaintop. He was like Jesus. He was up at the mountaintop, and here comes Satan talking about all this can be yours. He was just bow down and worship me, and unlike Jesus, he said yeah, and then she just sunk her claws into our Kanye. She just like she did everybody else. I can't. It's too much.
Now Kris Kardashian is Erykah Badu. She got the eyes.
The claws is what she has. I'm telling you, she take him up to the mountaintop. She go, all this could be yours.
He's trying to find his way, Lord, because he had on some sweatpants. He had on some sweatpants. He looked like he just got out the bed and the bus was getting ready to leave him.
Those are his Sunday clothes. Those are his church clothes. But here's the thing. I watched it all the way through. I thought the singing was amazing. I felt the songs. I felt the spirit. I think Jamal Bryant is a genius in how he connects the culture
and the church. I ain't seen New Birth with that many people in years. I used to be on their ministry. I served in ministry there back when I was married, and I was a member there. And I haven't seen that church with that many people in years.
Yeah, it was so dope.
And not just that, Bible study there is packed. Like, he has an appeal for millennials that is amazing.
Absolutely.
Now, I will say that. And so shout out to Jamal and Gizelle.
Exactly. My new friend Gemini, hey Gemini, says, I knew they were going to get back together by the way she responded at his final sermon before he came to Atlanta.
Yeah, she was crying, and then they were taking these family portraits. I knew they had been together for a minute. After he was hiding some of them pictures, then he got the pen on his tree, even when she was trying to date other people. See, that's what it's about. Here's my thing, though. This is what I think that she needed to show him. And I thought it was very pertinent that she did this. You cannot dog walk a woman.
Oh, yeah.
And if you don't understand dog walk, I'm sorry, I'm using terms that my grandmother used to tell me.
It's okay.
Dog walking mean we're together. You walk with me side by side. You get tired. You go and tie me up to a tree, and then you go and play with the other dogs. Or you go and do whatever you're supposed to be doing. In the meantime, you want me to stay put. That's dog walking. Let me tell you something. Not only did she dog walk him, she drug him, drove over him, because it was on national TV that she was sleeping with Sherman and everybody.
She was. Listen.
I said, find your
and some
life
other
and
folks.
get it. It wasn't
It
Sherman.
wasn't just Sherman. She was
serial dating. He was and I know he was somewhere mad.
Yeah.
Because what he had in that congregation wasn't worth that stability.
Yeah.
Because now your daddy coming to pick you up, and I know from experience, your daddy is coming to pick you up, and your mama all sharp. And he can't even focus on the kids because he's like, where in the hell is she going with that
Where's she
on?
going? Why she got that on?
Yeah.
Why your curves showing?
Honey, let me tell you something. And sometimes I live in Pettyville. I will put a whole face of makeup on.
That part.
Baby, press my hair out, put on some leopard pants.
Cute.
Banging.
Out in these
streets.
And
going up to Quick Trip to do that exchange.
Right.
Get out with my heels on, and then I would go and get on the expressway. Just go one exit and circle back around.
Where you going?
And Milan would get in the car. She said, Mommy, my daddy asked me 50 questions. 50. I said, how many answers did you get? What's the answer you gave? She said, I don't know. She doesn't tell me where she's going. She doesn't talk on the phone with me in the car. She tells me to go in the house.
Where you going? Out.
Minding my business. That's my
I'll be back. Enjoy.
And she did it on national TV.
She did.
So Gizelle is the real champ. She the real MVP.
Ooh, she is the real MVP. She did that. Yes, indeed. Oh, yeah, she did. You right, Gemini. She sure did. She said she will always be the first lady.
She sure did.
Facts on facts on facts.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to take a very quick commercial break, and we will be right back with more of The Curve. All right, we're back, and it is time now for Melissa's Moments in Sisterhood.
Listen, I'm trying so hard to be sisterly.
Okay.
At all times. I am. I have to pray about this.
All the time.
All the time. Because I think that what I found in being sisterly, people are not coachable. You get these letters and get to a certain age and you feel like, I know it all. You don't know. Let me tell you something. If you're the smartest person in your circle, you need a new circle.
You need a whole new circle, people.
You
need a whole new circle.
Do you know how many things okay, so Shannon was the editor of a magazine I used to write for, right? And I learned so many things about writing for editorials from her. I love to write. But I didn't feel like, who you think you are? I got all these letters behind my name. I have published articles. Did I ever say that to you? No, it's called being coachable.
So I will say this. during pageant week, dealing with all the different personalities and queens and all that they bring to the table. Here's the thing about women, especially in the Miss Plus America system. There's another system I serve with, today's International Woman. In those pageant systems, everybody in the room is dope. Like you're not gonna walk into the room and be the dopest chick. You might be the dopest chick at something. So that's what I'm saying. You're not gonna be the dopest chick at everything. And so because you are not going to be the dopest chick at everything, you have to learn. And in the areas where you're not the dopest chick, take a little direction. There was a situation that happened during pageant week, and thank God for my dear big sister Nancy Jones, who during y'all know your girl can get a little hot headed from time to time. From time to time, every now and again, my inner Scorpio comes out.
Let me tell you something. Shannon was on a phone call one day, and I'm not gonna say who she was talking to. When I say somebody straight got cussed out and whispered to, I didn't know if she was talking sexy or what was going on. But listen,
you can catch it. You catch all this smoke if you need it.
It's like an atomic bomb.
Listen, you catch this smoke. But the thing is, when I am out of line, I appreciate somebody coming to me going, sis, you out of pocket.
But you got to give it a minute. You got to give it a minute. Because we were in the car for about 15, 20 minutes before I said something.
That's true. You was over there, you was like, hey, I need you to breathe, and I need you to...
Yeah, I started off with, friend, I need you to breathe. Let's start there. And she was like, but I am. And let me... Wait. Just listen to me for a minute.
But... when I did get calm, she gave me some advice that changed the trajectory of that situation.
Yes, it did.
And changed
for all parties involved.
For all parties involved. It changed the trajectory of a situation because instead of thinking, I know everything about everything, I stopped and was coachable. Because in that moment, what I needed was a sister friend to say, hey, sis, you out of pocket.
With no judgment.
That's
what I love about our friendship and our sisterhood. The fact that I called her the other day and I was having a moment. And she was like, friend, listen, I need you to tell me the truth. No judgment.
No heat, no judgment.
No judgment. I just really need you to be honest with me in this moment.
Because if you can't be honest with me in this moment, I cannot give you the best possible overview of how this thing could possibly look. Absolutely. Like I can't give you the proper advice if I don't know the information. So help me to help you.
Absolutely.
And that happened.
So iron sharpens iron.
Absolutely.
That's what we want you to take away.
Absolutely.
You should be amongst dope women
all the time.
You gotta remember, God created us all to be, and I tell my daughter this all the time, and people laugh because I call her a unicorn. But baby, let me tell you something. You bring so much love and light to the room.
She does.
And we all possess that. And sometimes our experiences dim that light. However, but we need other people to bring a little bit more sunshine to it. Mm-hmm. And trust and believe this. The one of my friends is the guy who created the shirts, the Detroit versus everybody shirts. Mm-hmm. His sister is one of my dear friends, and she told me something that he says all the time. She said, my brother always says the reason why his company grew so fast was because he is under the belief that there is enough sun for everyone to shine. There's enough. There's enough. So iron sharpens iron.
Absolutely.
Be coachable. Listen to learn, not just to hear.
Absolutely.
Whew, that was good.
That was good, Fred. I get all the feels right there. Guys, it has been an amazing show. I always get so excited about coming on Monday night because I always know it's going to be a dope experience. And we are so excited to be with you. We have so many fun things in store over the next few months. We got some really dope guests coming in. Y'all, I got the calendar
You
set.
all pray for me, please.
What's pray why?
Tell them what we might be talking about in the near
Okay,
future.
so listen, on one of the segments in the near future, we're going to be talking about MGTOW, which is men going their own way. If you have no idea what that is, please look it up. Google it. There is a movement of men who basically are saying they don't even need women. They don't even want to date. They don't want none of that. They don't want no parts of women. That not only do they not want to date women, they don't want to date anybody. They just want to. They are in fact going their own way. So Melissa has told me that she don't even want to.
I'm not comment. I don't even want to entertain that foolishness.
She gonna be here because we gotta talk about it. We gotta talk about it with the people. The people need to talk about it too.
They can talk about it. I'm gonna listen.
See how she do. See how she do. All right, guys. Make sure you are following us on all of our social medias: Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. Make sure you share the broadcast tonight. Make sure you go onto our YouTube channel and subscribe. Do we have any announcements we want to share? Anything we want to share?
No, I don't have anything.
Yep, I do. I got one thing I want to share. So I am now a published author, and I have a book out called. It is an anthology that I am a part of called "She Is the Ish: Woman Journeys in Womanhood."
All right.
So I will be dropping that link sometime this week, so that everybody had to get done with the pageant, so now I can promote the book. So please, I will drop the link later on. Please, please, please support. It is so dope, and so many amazing dope women have contributed. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, you're gonna get your whole life. It's a really great book. The part that I wrote is called "She's Got It in Spades." It's a really dope chapter about winning.
Okay.
It's about winning. So, anywho, I'll drop that later on this week. Those are all the announcements. I hope that you work hard, pray hard, play hard, and slay hard, honey. And don't forget to live life on the curve. We'll see you next week.